dear listener, to a quiet moment just for you. As you settle into your most comfortable space, whether you're lying down or simply resting, take a soft, deep breath. Feel the gentle rise and fall of your chest, letting go of any lingering worries with each slow, calm exhale. This is your time to simply be, to listen, and to drift into a peaceful slumber. There's nothing you need to do, nowhere you need to be, except right here now. Imagine now a journey beginning, not a hurried one, but a slow, peaceful path unfolding beneath a sky dusted with ancient, shimmering stars. The air here is cool and clean, carrying the soft, earthy scent of old stone and unseen, night-blooming blossoms. We are approaching a place whispered about in gentle myths, a sanctuary nestled deep within the quiet heart of the world, far from any hurried pace or clamor. Ahead, through a venerable grove of tall, whispering cypress trees, you catch your first glimpse. A magnificent structure of soft, pale stone emerges, bathed in the tranquil, silvery glow of a crescent moon. It is an ancient temple, vast and silent, its imposing yet graceful marble columns rising like silent guardians against the deep indigo night sky. The very air around it hums with a deep, peaceful hush. No sounds here but the occasional, soft rustle of leaves. No hurried steps, only the enduring quiet of ages. This is the moon-touched temple, a place of profound calm, awaiting your gentle presence as you draw a little closer, feeling the peace settle around you like a soft, warm cloak. Distant, gentle rustling leaves, the path beneath your feet is no longer earth, but smooth, cool stone, worn gentle by countless ages. The distant rustling leaves now feel closer, a whisper carried on a soft breeze that stirs the ancient trees surrounding the moon-touched temple. You stand before its entrance, a grand archway carved into the living rock of the mountain, framed by two tall, elegant columns of pale, moon-kissed marble. Soft moss, like velvet emerald, traces the intricate patterns on the stone, hinting at stories untold, etched by time itself. The air here carries a scent of old stone, damp earth, and something indefinable, yet deeply calming, perhaps the scent of ancient peace. Moonlight, a silver river, flows through the archway, illuminating dust motes dancing in the sacred air, inviting you inward. There are no grand doors, only the silent invitation of the open arch. As you step through, the world outside seems to recede, leaving behind only the hushed sanctity of this place. The floor inside is polished smooth, reflecting the pale light from above. The sound of your own quiet steps is absorbed by the thick, ancient walls, creating a profound sense of stillness. You find yourself in a spacious antechamber, its ceiling lost in shadow high above. Along the walls, faint murals depict celestial bodies, gentle figures tending to groves, and constellations weaving across a velvet sky. Their colors have softened with time, becoming whispers of their former vibrancy. But their beauty endures. Soft, distant hoot of an owl, this is a place where time slows, where the past and present blend into a single, peaceful moment, cradling you in its ancient calm. The ancient grove whispers secrets on a soft breeze, carrying the scent of damp earth and distant blossoms. Gentle rustling leaves a narrow, winding path, barely visible beneath a carpet of soft moss, invites a gentle step forward. Each footfall is cushioned, silent, as if the earth itself encourages quiet contemplation. Along this path, smooth, time-worn stones begin to appear, partially hidden by creeping vines, hinting at an older structure nestled deeper within the trees. These are not grand, towering ruins, but rather subtle traces, speaking of a long-ago presence, a sanctuary perhaps. The air grows cooler, and the light filters through the dense canopy in shimmering shafts, illuminating dust motes dancing in the stillness. Ahead, the path opens slightly, revealing an archway of dark, polished stone, draped with trailing ivy. It's an entrance not to a busy thoroughfare, but to a place of quiet reverence. Beyond it, a small courtyard lies, paved with irregular, flat flagstones, where the silence deepens even further. A single, ancient stone lantern, unlit now, stands patiently by a low, weathered marble bench. The atmosphere here is one of profound peace, a timeless embrace that settles around you like a soft, warm cloak. The gentle hum of the forest outside seems to fade, replaced by a profound, restful stillness within these ancient walls. Here, even the air feels calm, inviting you to simply be, to rest in the quiet heart of this forgotten sanctuary. The subtle scent of old stone and damp moss fills the air, grounding you in this peaceful moment. The subtle scent of old stone and damp moss fills the air, grounding you in this peaceful moment. As your eyes gently adjust to the soft, diffused light, you notice a narrow archway leading deeper into the sanctuary. It's not dark, but rather softly shaded, as if lit by an unseen, gentle glow from beyond. You quietly step through the archway, feeling the smooth, cool stone beneath your bare feet. The path here is uneven, worn by time, and countless steps from an age long past, now softened by a thin layer of fine, dry dust. The air grows even stiller, carrying only the faintest whisper of a breeze, almost like a held breath. Beyond the arch, the space opens into a small, circular chamber. In the center, a single, ancient stone basin rests, its surface covered in a delicate, almost velvety layer of emerald moss. Soft trickle of water, a tiny, almost imperceptible stream of water trickles from a hidden source above, collecting in the basin with a rhythm so soft it barely registers, a lullaby of water on stone. Above this basin, the chamber's high, domed ceiling is open to the night sky, revealing a perfect, circular view of the stars. The moon, a crescent of pale silver, hangs serenely casting a soft, ethereal light down into the chamber. You can almost trace the constellations, ancient patterns that have guided travelers and dreamers for millennia. The stone walls around you seem to hum with a quiet energy, a timeless reverence for the celestial tapestry above. This sacred space feels like a quiet heart beating slowly under the gaze of the heavens. The soft hum of the ancient stone walls deepens ever so slightly, a gentle vibration that resonates with the quiet rhythm of the universe. Above you, the celestial tapestry continues its slow, majestic drift across the open ceiling, each star a pinprick of distant, steady light. You find yourself drawn further into the heart of this temple, where the air feels cool and clean, carrying the faintest scent of aged stone and something subtly earthy, like distant moss. A path of smooth, worn flagstones guides your steps, illuminated by the soft glow from the starlight filtering through the open roof. On either side, intricate carvings adorn the lower sections of the walls, depicting celestial maps and constellations that mirror those above. These are not just images, but ancient records, etched by hands long past, preserving the wisdom of the sky watchers. You pause beside one, tracing with your mind's eye the lines connecting shimmering points of light, recognizing familiar patterns and discovering new, forgotten ones. The gentle movement through this hallowed space is unhurried, peaceful. Each step echoes softly, a respectful whisper in the vast quiet. The silence here is profound, broken only by the distant, almost imperceptible rustle of leaves from outside, carried on a soft, cool breeze. As you move, the central feature of this temple slowly comes into view. A low, circular stone platform in the very center, bathed in the direct, silvery light of the moon and the brightest stars. It feels like an ancient observatory, a place where heaven and earth once met in quiet contemplation. The stone beneath your feet retains a cool, reassuring solidity, grounding you in this moment, in this ancient wonder. The celestial tapestry above seems to gather its light directly onto this spot, making it glow with a serene, otherworldly radiance. Soft, luminous glow from above bathes the polished stone floor, revealing intricate patterns carved long ago into its surface. These are not merely decorations, but quiet stories etched in timeless rock, depicting forgotten constellations and the gentle movements of ancient celestial bodies. Your gaze drifts along these silent narratives, feeling the cool, smooth texture of the stone beneath your bare feet, a grounding sensation that connects you deeply to this place. A subtle, almost imperceptible breeze whispers through unseen openings high above, carrying the faint, sweet scent of distant night-blooming jasmine and damp earth. It's as if the very air here holds memory, a gentle, breathable history that invites you to simply be. You begin to walk slowly, following a path these softly glowing patterns deeper into the heart of this sacred space. The light ahead seems to deepen, drawing you further, promising only quiet wonder. Each step is unhurried, a soft echo in the vast, silent chamber. Tall, slender pillars of white marble rise around you, reaching towards the unseen dome, their surfaces reflecting the soft celestial light like calm, ancient mirrors. These pillars are adorned with subtle, almost worn carvings of tranquil goddesses and serene philosophers, their expressions peaceful and unchanging. They stand like silent guardians, observing millennia of quiet contemplation, their presence solid and reassuring. The air is still, save for that faint, comforting breeze, and a profound sense of peace settles over you, like a soft, woven blanket, encouraging your mind to quiet and your body to relax further into its embrace. You notice a small, quiet alcove ahead, softly illuminated by the same otherworldly glow, inviting a moment of rest. As you draw closer to the alcove, the light within seems to deepen, a soft, ethereal luminescence that banishes any lingering shadows. It feels less like a mere recess and more like a gentle embrace carved into the ancient stone. A smooth, curved bench, polished by countless ages, invites you to settle. The stone itself feels cool and calming beneath your touch, a quiet testament to the enduring peace of this sacred space. Above the bench, the wall is adorned with delicate, almost faded carvings. They depict flowing water, perhaps a hidden spring, and the graceful forms of animals pausing to drink, their shapes softened by time, but still radiating a sense of serene watchfulness. Gentle hum of distant ambient energy. The otherworldly glow seems to emanate from a small, crystalline formation embedded in the wall opposite the bench. It pulses with a slow, rhythmic light, not bright or startling, but a steady, tranquil heartbeat of energy. This light casts soft, long shadows across the alcove, making the space feel both intimate and vast at the same time. You find yourself gazing at the crystalline heart of the alcove, its quiet radiance filling your senses, drawing your attention away from any waking thoughts, and guiding you deeper into the quiet wonder of this ancient place. The air here is still and clean, carrying only the faintest scent of cool stone and something subtly earthy like damp moss after a gentle rain. The gentle undulations of the light seem to breathe life into the carvings, making the etched water appear to shimmer, and the stone animals seem poised for a silent movement. This small, hidden sanctuary feels like a secret known only to the light itself, a haven for quiet contemplation and undisturbed rest, cradling you in its ageless calm as the soft glow washes over you, gently inviting your eyelids to grow heavy and your mind to quiet. The soft glow that enveloped you now seems to pulse gently, an inner light guiding your awareness deeper into the very heart of this ancient sanctuary. You find yourself drifting through a long, hushed hallway, its polished marble floor cool and smooth beneath an unseen step. The air here is still, carrying only the faintest echo of forgotten whispers, a testament to centuries of serene silence. Faint, intricate carvings adorn the walls, depictions of flowing water and celestial bodies, almost imperceptible in the soft, diffused light, inviting a quiet contemplation of their timeless beauty. As you move with unhurried grace, the hallway opens into a circular chamber, its magnificent domed ceiling arching high above like a miniature, starless sky. Moonlight, filtered through a high, narrow aperture at its apex, casts a single, soft column of silver light onto the center of the room. Dust motes dance lazily within this ethereal beam, tiny stars in a tranquil universe, sparkling in their slow descent. Around the perimeter, carved alcoves hold simple, unadorned pedestals of dark, polished stone. On one, a single, smooth, sea-worn stone rests, almost glowing with a faint, inner pearlescence, as if it holds the memory of countless tides and ancient, untold stories. The quiet here is profound, a deep, comforting hush that settles upon you like a soft, woven blanket. It feels as though time itself has slowed, allowing each moment to unfurl with unhurried grace. The thick, ancient stone walls absorb all worries, leaving only a sense of profound and abiding peace. Your breath continues its gentle rhythm, mirroring the quiet pulse of this sacred space. You are simply present, observing the subtle dance of light and shadow, cradled by the temple's enduring stillness, allowing its quiet wisdom to settle deep within you, inviting you deeper into rest. The temple's enduring stillness guides you, a silent promise whispered on the ancient air. Your senses soften, growing attuned to the subtle movements of this hallowed ground. You notice a gentle shift in the air, a whisper of coolness carrying the distinct scent of damp earth and distant, night-blooming blossoms. A path, worn smooth by countless serene footsteps over centuries, begins to reveal itself, branching off from the grand central hall. This path, lined with meticulously placed, moss-covered stones, invites you towards a quieter, more secluded part of the temple grounds. You follow its gentle curve, each step a soft press against the cool, yielding earth, feeling the subtle textures beneath. Overhead, the canopy of ancient trees begins to thicken, their branches reaching like gnarled, wise guardians towards the soft, ethereal glow of the moon. This is a sacred grove, a place where the temple's hushed whispers transform into the gentle rustling of leaves and the soft, constant murmur of unseen springs. Moonlight, now less direct, filters through the dense foliage, painting shifting patterns of silver and deep shadow on the forest floor. You can discern the majestic forms of truly aged trees, their trunks wide and rooted deep in stories untold, their silent presence radiating calm. Here and there, a small, ornate stone lantern, perhaps carved with ancient symbols, casts a warm, soft light near a still, clear pool, reflecting the faint, distant stars above. The air here is alive with a deep, hushed reverence, a timeless peace that seems to settle around you like a soft, invisible cloak, encouraging your eyelids to grow heavy. There is no urgency, only the quiet breath of the grove, inviting you to simply be, to let your thoughts drift like leaves on a gentle breeze, carrying you deeper and deeper into tranquility and rest. As your thoughts drift, carried by the invisible currents of the air, you find yourself drawn a little further into the heart of this ancient grove. The gentle path beneath your feet, woven from soft earth and fallen leaves, feels cool and yielding with every quiet step. Overhead, the canopy of venerable trees forms a living, breathing cathedral, filtering the soft moonlight into shimmering, dappled patterns on the ground. Each leaf seems to whisper a lullaby. Subtle rustling leaves the air here is thick with a quiet magic, a sense of ages passing in hushed reverence. You notice the deep green moss that clings to the ancient trunks, soft as velvet, absorbing all sound and holding secrets of forgotten times. The very bark of these trees tells stories of centuries, etched with the gentle passage of sun and rain. A faint, sweet scent of damp earth and distant, night-blooming blossoms mingles with the clean, cool air, inviting deeper, more peaceful breaths, calming each beat of your heart. Before you, nestled within a small, natural clearing, stands a single, particularly ancient tree. Its branches, gnarled and wise, reach out like sheltering arms, draped with delicate, silvery lichen that shimmers faintly in the moon's soft glow. This tree, a silent sentinel, seems to breathe with the grove itself. Beneath its silent vigil, the ground is even softer, a carpet of rich, dark soil and tender ferns, as if this spot has been sacred for millennia, undisturbed by the hurried pace of the outside world. This is a place for stillness, a sanctuary where time itself seems to slow its gentle rhythm, allowing you to settle deeper into quiet repose, embraced by the ancient wisdom of the grove. The ancient wisdom of the grove wraps around you, a soft, invisible cloak of peace. Here, the air itself feels older, imbued with the quiet stories of millennia. Your gaze drifts past the massive trunks of the guardian trees, their bark a tapestry of deep greens and earthy browns, crisscrossed with lines like ancient maps. Each root seems to delve deeper into the earth, anchoring not just the tree, but perhaps the very fabric of this sanctuary. A gentle hush settles further, broken only by the almost imperceptible rustle of leaves high above, like soft whispers from the canopy, gentle rustling leaves. The sunlight, now softer and diffused, filters through the dense foliage in scattered shafts, painting shifting patterns of gold and emerald on the mossy ground. It's a slow, deliberate dance of light and shadow, inviting your eyes to follow its unhurried rhythm, drawing you deeper into its peaceful embrace. Ahead, the path, barely a path at all, but rather a suggestion worn smooth by countless seasons, meanders deeper into the heart of the grove. It is carpeted with a thick layer of velvety moss and scattered, time-worn leaves, silencing every step. The air carries the faint, fresh scent of damp earth and verdant growth, a perfume of ancient nature. A sense of profound protection surrounds you, as if the very trees have formed a protective embrace, sheltering you from any concern. To your left, nestled amongst a cluster of emerald ferns, you might notice a small, clear spring, its water bubbling up from deep within the earth, silent and pure. Its surface reflects the overhead canopy, a tiny, perfect mirror of the grove above. No sound escapes it, only the visual stillness of its crystal depths, a serene invitation to simply observe. This tranquil pool holds the stillness of ages, a gentle eye of the grove, inviting quiet contemplation. Its presence is simply calming. You are welcome here, in this quiet, unchanging place, where the world outside fades into soft distance. The air in this ancient grove holds a stillness that whispers of forgotten ages. The gentle light filters through the canopy, painting soft patterns on the moss-covered earth. Each leaf seems to hold its breath, contributing to the profound hush that rests here. You might notice a faint, winding path, barely more than a suggestion, leading deeper into the heart of this sacred space. It is not a path of urgency, but one of slow discovery, inviting you to simply wander with your thoughts. As you softly step along this faint trail, the ground feels cool and yielding beneath you, a carpet of fallen leaves and soft moss. The trees grow closer here, their ancient branches interweaving to form a natural, vaulted ceiling. Sunlight breaks through in scattered golden shafts, illuminating specks of dust dancing in the quiet air. Here and there, ancient stones, dark with time and draped in emerald moss, emerge from the undergrowth. They are not grand structures, but humble, worn markers, perhaps remnants of an even older reverence, almost absorbed back into the earth itself. The silence is occasionally broken by the soft rustle of leaves in a gentle breeze, or the distant, almost imperceptible murmur of unseen water. It's a sound that promises quiet coolness, a hidden spring, or a small, meandering stream that adds to the gentle lullaby of the grove. This is a place where time seems to slow, where the world beyond its peaceful borders feels infinitely far away. Just breathe deeply, allowing the serene atmosphere to settle around you as these ancient trees watch over your peaceful rest. The air in this ancient grove is a tapestry of quiet, woven with the soft rustle of leaves high above and the subtle scent of damp earth. Dappled sunlight filters through the immense canopy, painting shifting patterns on the forest floor, a gentle dance of light and shadow. Each venerable tree stands as a silent guardian, their gnarled branches reaching out like ancient arms, holding stories whispered through millennia. Soft, distant bird calls here. Time itself seems to slow, becoming as still and deep as the forest's own roots. As you rest in this peaceful embrace, your senses begin to notice the subtle pathways that wind deeper into the heart of the sacred wood. They are not paved roads, but rather impressions, smoothed by time and the gentle passing of creatures, and perhaps, long ago, quiet pilgrims. One such path, barely discernible, leads you towards a slight rise where the trees seem to part just enough to reveal a glimpse of something truly ancient and perfectly still. It is a low, circular stone plinth, its surface worn smooth by countless seasons, now completely covered in a rich, velvety moss. Tiny, resilient ferns sprout from its cracks, their fronds unfurling slowly in the soft, diffused light. There are no sharp edges here, only the soft curves of aged stone blending seamlessly with the verdant growth. This plinth feels like a quiet heart within the grove, a place of silent reverence, where the very air around it hums with a deep, calm stillness. You imagine it has stood here, undisturbed for an age, witnessing the slow, peaceful unfolding of time, a guardian of hushed mysteries in the forest's gentle embrace. From the main chamber's deep stillness, a subtle path beckons. It is not a grand archway, but a gentle recess, barely noticeable at first glance, leading into a smaller, more intimate space. As you drift closer, the air feels even softer here, a quiet hum like a memory of distant bells. Moonlight, diffused and softened by ancient stone, now casts elongated shadows across the floor. You notice faint carvings on the walls, swirls and lines that seem to trace the slow dance of stars across a forgotten sky. These are not sharp, imposing images, but smoothed by time, like silk that has known countless touches. They depict celestial events, constellations moving in graceful arcs, and figures in quiet reverence, their forms softened by centuries. Each line whispers of cosmic harmony, a patient understanding of the universe's slow rhythms. In the center of this hushed chamber, a shallow basin of water shimmers. Its surface is perfectly still, reflecting the soft glow from above, like a small, liquid mirror to the cosmos. Petals of an unknown, luminous flower float gently on its surface, catching the light and holding it within their delicate forms. They seem to pulse with a faint, internal light of their own, adding to the ethereal calm. The air here holds the faint scent of damp earth and something sweet, like night-blooming jasmine carried on a breeze that seems to exist only within these sacred walls. It is a place of quiet contemplation, where the passage of ages feels like a whisper, and every surface tells a silent story of peace. You feel a deep, comforting sense of belonging in this ancient sanctuary, a quiet corner of the world where time itself slows to a gentle drift. The gentle light from the basin seems to bathe the entire chamber in a soft, reassuring glow, inviting you to simply rest and absorb the ancient quiet. The soft, ethereal light from the basin continues its gentle dance, painting the ancient stone walls in hues of muted gold and silver. Each carved inscription and weathered pillar seems to hold a quiet breath, a silent story from epochs long past. You feel a deep sense of stillness settling around you, a calm that whispers through the very air of this hallowed space. Soft, distant rustling of leaves beyond this central chamber. A subtle path begins to unveil itself, not a grand corridor, but a naturally worn passage, smoothed by untold footsteps of quiet contemplation. It beckons gently, drawing your gaze towards a soft, blue-tinged glow that is different from the basin's warmth. This new light filters from an open archway, hinting at the vast, serene night sky beyond the temple's enclosed heart. As you follow this silent invitation, the path widens slightly, revealing an opening that leads directly into one of the temple's sacred outer courtyards. Here, tall, ancient trees stand like silent guardians, their branches reaching towards the heavens. Their leaves, stirred by the softest of breezes, create a gentle, rhythmic whisper, a lullaby woven into the fabric of the night. Above, the sky is a canvas of deep indigo, dotted with the countless, shimmering jewels of distant stars, framed perfectly by the archway and the embracing branches of the sacred grove. The air here carries the fresh scent of earth and night-blooming jasmine, a soft, cool embrace after the enclosed warmth of the chamber. This is a place where the temple's wisdom meets the boundless quiet of the cosmic tapestry, inviting a deeper, more expansive calm. Cool night air wraps around you, a gentle sigh from the vast world beyond the temple walls. Above, the cosmic tapestry unfolds, a breathtaking swirl of silver and deepest indigo. Countless stars, like scattered diamonds, glitter in the velvet expanse, each one a distant sun, a whisper of ancient light traveling through time. You can almost trace the familiar patterns of the constellations, figures of heroes and beasts from myths, long held sacred within these very stones. A soft breeze rustles through unseen leaves in a distant sacred grove, carrying with it the faint scent of night-blooming jasmine and damp earth. From this vantage point, high on the temple's quiet terrace, the world below seems to sleep in serene tranquility. The grand marble columns of the temple stand guard, their pale forms bathed in the soft glow of the moonlight and the distant starlight. Each carved detail, each shadowed alcove, seems to hold the quiet echoes of ages of those who once gazed upon this same celestial dance. The the vastness above doesn't feel overwhelming, but rather comforting, like a grand, eternal blanket. It reminds you of the temple's enduring presence, a steadfast anchor in the flow of time, always looking up, always connected to the greater cosmic rhythm. The gentle hum of the night, the distant murmur of the sea, all blend into a lulling symphony. You breathe in this quiet, ancient moment, letting the expansive calm settle deep within you, as boundless as the starlit sky itself. The boundless calm settles deep within you, as boundless as the starlit sky itself. As your gaze gently lowers from the vast cosmic tapestry, you notice a subtle path winding through ancient, manicured stones. It leads you further into the heart of this sacred space, towards a secluded garden nestled within the temple's protective walls. Here, the moonlight filters softly through the canopy of age-old trees, painting the ground in dappled silver and deep, tranquil shadows. The air is cool and sweet, carrying the faint scent of jasmine and earth. Smooth, worn pebbles line the path, guiding your steps without effort. You pass by small, ornate fountains where water whispers a constant, soft song, barely audible above the quiet hum of the night. Each leaf on the ancient trees seems to hold a tiny drop of starlight, glistening as the gentlest breeze stirs the branches above. In the center of this serene garden, a still, moon-kissed pond reflects the entire celestial sphere above, a perfect, shimmering mirror of the night sky. Around its edges, moss-covered stones invite quiet contemplation, worn smooth by countless ages of peaceful observers. The world beyond these walls feels impossibly far away, replaced by this timeless haven where peace reigns supreme. You find a comfortable spot near the water's edge, feeling the cool, smooth stone beneath you, and simply breathe, allowing the quiet beauty of this ancient garden to envelop your very being. The coolness of the stone seeps gently into your awareness, a grounding sensation that anchors you to this timeless place. The water before you is like polished obsidian, holding the deep, luminous reflections of the night sky above. Not a ripple disturbs its surface, only the occasional, almost imperceptible whisper of air stirring the ancient foliage that guards the edges of this sacred pool. Around you, the air is soft, carrying the faint, sweet scent of night-blooming jasmine and the damp earth of the garden. Tall, gnarled trees, their branches draped in silent moss, reach towards the heavens, creating a natural canopy that filters the pale moonlight into shimmering streaks and dappled shadows. Each leaf, each shadow, feels imbued with a quiet history, a gentle presence that has witnessed countless cycles of moon and stars. Through a subtle gap in the leaves, a faint, ethereal glow hints at a distant, moss-covered statue, barely visible in the soft moonlight. Its features are indistinct, softened by time and overgrown with tender green, yet it emanates a profound sense of peace, a guardian watching over the tranquil waters through centuries. There is no urgency here, no demand for attention, only a serene invitation to simply be. Here, by the water's edge, the world outside fades into a distant memory. The only sounds are the quiet hum of the night, perhaps a faraway cricket's song, or the very soft breath of the wind through the tall grasses beyond the garden walls. The soft moonlight filters through the canopy, painting shimmering patterns on the water's surface, and as you watch, a single, delicate petal drifts slowly from an unseen bloom above, landing without a ripple on the calm expanse. It becomes a tiny, silent boat on an endless journey, inviting your thoughts to follow its unhurried pace, gently guiding them towards stillness and peace. The tiny leaf, a vessel of quiet contemplation, continues its gentle drift. It moves past banks adorned with ancient, water-worn stones, each smoothed by countless tides and the patient touch of time. Overhead, the canopy of the sacred grove stretches, a mosaic of moonlit leaves filtering the silver glow into soft, dancing patterns on the water's surface. Here and there, a single, luminescent bloom, perhaps a rare night blossom, opens its petals to the calm night air, adding a whisper of fragrance to the cool breeze. The water itself seems to deepen, reflecting the vast, starry sky like a polished obsidian mirror. The leaf glides into a narrow channel, almost hidden from view by cascading vines that hang like emerald curtains. This path leads deeper into the heart of the ancient sanctuary, where the air grows cooler and the sounds of the distant world fade entirely. Only the softest currents nudge the leaf along, a silent escort. You might notice how the shadows of ancient, towering columns begin to emerge from the darkness, hinting at forgotten structures just beyond the water's edge. These are not ruins of sorrow, but rather monuments of enduring peace, softened by moss and time, their stories whispered only to the wind and the flowing water. The leaf passes a half-submerged pedestal, its carvings worn smooth, but still suggesting the form of a sleeping guardian or a mythic beast. The journey is one of profound quietude, a passage into a world where time itself slows, inviting your own sense of being to settle into its unhurried rhythm. Utterly at ease, the journey has found its gentle end, not in a grand revelation, but in the soft unfolding of peace. Here, within this quiet chamber, the air itself seems to hum with ancient memories, yet it is a hum of profound stillness. The smooth, cool marble walls hold the echoes of countless seasons, of sunrises and moonsets, witnessed through an arched opening that frames a sliver of the velvet night sky. A single, soft light, perhaps from a distant brazier or a patient moonbeam, spills onto the polished floor, casting long, peaceful shadows that stretch and recede with the silent passage of time. No hurried steps disturb this sanctuary. No urgent whispers break the tranquil air. Only the distant, almost imperceptible sigh of the night breathes through unseen sacred groves, carrying the faintest scent of ancient stone and sleepy earth. You are simply here, in this haven, a silent observer within a timeless tableau, utterly at ease. The air grows heavier, not with burden, but with a deep, comforting stillness that settles upon your eyelids like soft dust. Each breath now deepens, becoming a slow, gentle wave upon a calm sea. The thoughts that once danced and swirled begin to quiet, like embers cooling in a hearth, their last sparks fading into darkness. The world beyond this peaceful space, with its demands and distractions, feels wonderfully, exquisitely far away, a mere whisper on the wind. Here, in the heart of this ancient quietude, you are invited to release all vigilance, all needing to be awake. Let the soft, steady rhythm of this moment guide you. Allow your consciousness to soften, to blur at the edges, dissolving into the vast, calming ocean of sleep. You are safe, you are at peace, and it is time to rest. Drift now, gently, into the quiet embrace of dreams, knowing this tranquility awaits you always.